Tailgates are humming, and we're getting set for another terrific college football matchup. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. The Blue Hens will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that. Turn at the 22. The Blue Raiders offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to... up trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Looking downfield, it's Battiato. Gets it to him on the screen. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like, the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Throwing right. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The short hands, it's Butler. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now facing a 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And here comes the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. So Delaware's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They'll run it from the gun. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And the Blue Hens will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming.
Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kelly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot it. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Wants to throw. It's Battiato. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Well, it wasn't a lack of effort by the quarterback there on that design run. He tried to stretch out and get the first, just couldn't quite make it.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to throw on first down. Lofts one deep down the right side. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, MTSU.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside CUSA today. FIU handled its business today, and given what this week was like in Miami, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Oh, a lot of space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Blue Hens headed quickly to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Blue Hens with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And how about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Tight end finds a soft spot. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Blue Hens are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Silver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Blue Hens have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
I know one thing, the play didn't result in a good outcome, but I'm very with the offensive line. Unbelievable job. Gave the quarterback plenty of time. Now let's see if they can adjust with the receivers running routes and maybe get somebody open.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Hauls it in. He's not going to have enough for the 1st down. Had to get it to the 35, and now a tricky 4th down decision coming. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. They'll run for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air. It's Battiato. Gets it out quickly. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hunt. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Caught on the outside, it's Butler. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out a few inches more and he would have picked up the first down. It was a great individual effort there on 3rd down, getting back a bunch of yards, and now they're in a position to go for it here on 4th.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on 4th down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
Quick release on the RPO. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quarterback on the keep. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Blue Raiders! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Blue Hens will bring the punt team onto the field. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Here's a heat. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Dances away to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. This time on target. Run out of bounds after the long gain, but they've got it now first and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, and they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a...
Free up the gut! They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab at the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Delaware. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Scanning the field, it's Battiato. Here comes the heat. It's a seam wide open. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Still looking on the move. A strike downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Grab near the marker, it's Walker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
To the air on first down. Got a man. It's LeBoy. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Timeout, Delaware.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Between the uprights, it's good. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors at our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Silver. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll off one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Delaware! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the run, it's Hunt. Got the first down, looking for more. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Finds his man. It's Butler. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They'll try the run. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Across the 25, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
3rd down is money down, and they were money. Great. Getting the football to your playmaker, and then watch, after the catch, making the play, getting the big first down. Now you're set up in great position to go get 6 with a 1st and goal opportunity.
Lets it go to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Touchdown, MTSU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kelly. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Got it in the middle, it's Patterson.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Makes the catch. It's Patterson. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Wide open spaces. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. Looking for room, it's Silver. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning on the Jets. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Kelly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
The screen, he's got wheels. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. And the Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. First and 10 from their own 15-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? He'll keep it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's fourth and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Middle Tennessee on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting and keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Bring in the heat. Nothing to do with the football. He just throws it away. It'll be third down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw.
Trying to get behind the defense. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Blue Raiders! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection to the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pulls it in, it's LeBoy.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Silver. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Blue Hens had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Moving away from pressure.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Blue Hens! A great catch and run for 6.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll return it. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Rush is on him. Makes the grab. It's Butler. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Unloads quickly. He's loose. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock.
Oh, ball's out. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
On the move at the 30. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
He's brought down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. And the pummeling has started. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. Line getting set on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Kelly. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the big fella. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Blue Hens will snap it on first and 10. They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Silver. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. From the gun. Wants to pass. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Quickly out to the tight end. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The fourth down try goes awry, and that might just do it. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really...
Oh, he wants it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Lacey. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be first and 10 from the 30. That's caught. It's Walker. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. And the returner will be dragged down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give on the counter. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity.